Hello everyone. Today I am Dr. Pardeshi. Today I discuss on the nervous tissue. This nervous tissue, it is a special tissue like that to muscular tissue, or this is a special property of the integrability and conductivity. This is the special property of the nervous tissue. Or these property nervous cell are capable for the receiving the informations from the external and internal environment. Uh, these is like that pain, touch, temperature, or pressure, or this information is then related to the central nervous system. This is called as the CNS by the nervous cell process various sensory nerves, and this CNS integrate to the interpret information and commands of the distribute to the effector tissues like that muscle, gland, viscera via nervous cell process. And this is a motor nerve or a sensory nerve. This information can be carried out to the various muscular tissue, various glands or viscera through the motor nerve or sensory nerve. It is also stored in the brain for the future reference in the form of memory. This is called as memory. Or this nervous tissue is composed of the various it is composed in the basically it is a three types of cell. It is discussed one by one. First to the definition of nervous tissue. This nervous tissue make of these definitions of the nervous tissue. It is a nervous tissue. It is make up of different parts of our nervous system. It contains it is a densely packed nervous cell. This is called as the neuron, and another one is the neuroglia, which are the specialized for the nerve influences contractions, receive stimuli and process. It is a important role in the develop or is a process or is a carried out the informations. This nervous tissue is originated from the special germ cell. This cell it is called as the ectoderm. Or this nervous tissue is can be classified into two types. One is the neuron cells, or is also called as the nerve cell, and is a neuroglia. It is the first. This is a neuron. Or neuron or nerve cells are the structure and functional units of the nervous system. About 100 billions of the neurons are present in the nervous system. They are the specialized types of the cell. They vary in the shape and size. All neurons in the contractions. There are the principal parts. It is the cell body, dendrites and axons. These neurons is divided into three parts: cell body, dendrites and axons. This is the diagrams of the neurons. It is the structures. It is a branch-like structures. It is called as the dendrites. It is a cell body. These dendrites is arising from the cell body, and is a cell body has a large nucleus which contain a prominent nucleolus as well as several structures: nasal bodies, endoplasmic reticulum, various cell organelles present in this cell body: endoplasmic reticulums, It is a special, it is actively involved in the protein synthesis process, rough endoplasmic reticulum. Lysosome, it is a special, it is actively involved in the enzymatic activity. Mitochondria, it is the powerhouse of the cell. Neurofilaments, or these responsible for the metabolism, growth and repair of the neurons. Nasal body, it is made up of the RNA, rough endoplasmic reticulums and free ribosomes. This help in the protein synthesis process. Neurofilament and neurotubules are the thread-like proteins run parallel to the long process. These are neurofilaments and neurotubules. It is the special types of the microfilaments and microtubules. Those are the formations from the actin proteins and globular proteins. It is a neurofilaments. It is the semi-solid structure that provides skeletal frameworks to the axon. It is and neurotubules, it is a transport the intracellular proteins between the cell body and the vertices. This is the basic structure of the cell body. And is another one is the dendrites. Many thread cytoplasmic expansion, various branches is the arising from the cell body. This is called as the dendrites. Or these dendrites, they are the specialized, it is a receive the single signals from the other neurons through the axons. It conducts nerve influences toward the cell body. It is a nerve influences toward the cell body. It is a carryouts to the cell. They are the myelinated and nasal granules. It is a presence, or these are special types of the neurofibrils. It is a present it. This is show the in a diagram. These are dendrites. It is the various branches like structures, cell, or these are composed with cell body or through the nasal bodies and neurofibrils. It is the next one is the axon. Usually one of cytoplasmic expansion. It is a long and unbranched structures. It is called as the axon. It is show it in this diagram. This is a long axon structure. Or this it covers, it is a lipid sheet. It is this is called as the myelin sheet. Myelin sheet, it is formed by the specialized non-neural cell called as the Schwann cell. This is also called as the neurolymphocytes in peripheral nervous system and oligodendrocytes in this is a Schwann cells. It is a peripheral nervous system. And this is called as the neurolymphocytes, or in CNS, central nervous systems. It is called as the oligodendrocytes. These outer sheets of these cell is known as the neurolemma. It is outer sheets surroundings to these myelin sheets. This is called as the neurolemma. Or it conducts, it is a nerve influences away from the cell body. This is a conduct nerve influences away from the cell body. सेल बॉडी के ऊपर से जो भी इन्फ्लुएंसेस आते हैं उसे कंडक्ट करने का काम एक्सॉन्स करते हैं. It lacks, it is a nasal granules. It is a specially it lacks to the nasal granules. It is also important structures, or is important parts. It is included in the axon. This is called as the nodes of the Ranvier. This is a periodic gap. It is a myelin sheet where the signal, it is a recharge as it move along the axons. This signals, it is a testing or is a recharged through this node of Ranvier. It is the most important structure, synapses. This synapses is the chemical junctions between axon terminal of one neurons. It is another dendrites. It is the gap between cell where specialized chemical interactions. This synapses. This is synapses. It is the chemical junctions. Axon terminals. See in the diagrams. This is the axon terminals. These axon terminals, it is attached to another dendrites or is another neurons through the axon terminals, or in these two neurons, in between the two neurons, it is the joined to each others through the synapses. Or this is the synapses is the best to the chemical interactions in between the two neurons, or is the gap, or is these important to the presynaptic cell giving the signal, and postsynaptic cells it is the receiving the signals from the another neurons. There are the two types of the possible reactions at the synapses. In this, it is a show in the diagrams. It is the ultrastructures of the synapses. In these synapses, it is a present. It is the mitochondria, lysosomes, synaptic vesicles, or synapses is the special gap junction. It is the special structures of the plasma membrane. Gap junction is a special modification of plasma membrane. Or these synapses is the chemical or electrical. During the chemical reaction, a chemical called as the neurotransmitter is released from the one cell into another. In the electrical reaction, the electrical charge of the releasing from the one cell and is influenced to the by the charge as the adjacent cell. These are carry forwards to the another cell. These are transmissions of the informations in the form of the chemical as well as electrical form. It is a transmit through the synapses. It is a one neuron to another neuron, one cell to the another cells. The function of neuron. The specialized structure of the organizations of the neuron allow the transmit signal in the form of electrical influences from the brain to the body and back. It is a signals is a pass from the brain to, for example, it is a transmit the signals from the brain to hand, brain to various organal systems, and then also receive the signal from the various organal systems in our body. This is the continuous process. Individually, neurons can pass the signal all the way from their own dendrites and their own axon terminals. But is the higher level neurons are the organized in the long chain, allowing to this pass signals very quickly from one to another. Very fast process carry forwarded by this. It is carry forwarding by the neurons, and these electrically charged chemical flow from the first neurons to axons, second neurons to dendrites, and that signal will then flow from the second neurons to dendrites, down its axons, across to the synapses, into third neurons, dendrites, and so on. It is a many neurons. It is a communicates to each others, and these pass the signals: dendrites, cell body, axons, neuron terminals, and synapses, and another neurons, so on. And this is the basic chain of the neural signal transmission. Neurons with very long axons that travels to the spine to the brain. Neuroglial cell. Neuroglial is another cells present. Neuroglial cells, or the neuroglia or glia, are the supportive cells of the neurons. The main purpose is not relation to the transmissions of the nerve influences. Rather, they involve in the providing nutrient supports, maintain the homeostasis. What is the productions of the myelin sheet? These are main functions. In the neuroglial cells is not an important role in the transmissions to the nerve informations, nerve influences, nerve signaling. This is the nutrient support. It is provides to the nutrients. Maintain the homeostasis. Maintain the maintaining the nutrient value. It is a constant heat during the not reflect the nutrient value nutrient in during the transmission period, and it's the productions of the myelin sheet. Myelin sheet, it is a special lipid layer. This is produced by the neuroglial cell. There are the 4 types of the neuroglial cells: oligodendrocytes, endominal cells, then it is the microglia, acrocytes, Schwann cells. These are it is the astrocytes. It is a means it is a large, most numerous glial cells which longer. It is a star like and then help from the blood brain barriers. Help from to the blood brain barriers. What is the function? Is a structural supports transport the substance between the blood vessels and neuron. Also, another one is the oligodendrocytes. Relatively, these cells are the smaller as comparisons to the astrocytes, with several branches founding in the gray and white matters of the central nervous system. This important role in the produce of the myelin sheet. Microglial cells, it is the smallest it is the glial cells. Cuboidal, it is the general structures of the columnar shape, or is a macrophage. Macrophage, it is a special type. Envelopes to the damaged neuron. Macrophage, it is a this is process. It is also called as the phagocytosis. Envelop to the damaged neurons. Solid particles, it is a envelop. Damaged neurons जो रहते हैं उसको envelop by the through the process of macrophages. Endodermal cells, it is a elongated cell arranged in the single layer inner linings of the spinal cord and ventral parts of the brain. Or these meninges. These meninges, they are the serious membranes, or is a membrane of the membranes which cover with the brain, spinal cord, roots of the spinal nerves. They are the 3 types of the dura mater, arachnoid matter, and pia mater. These meninges, it is a special covering of brain, spinal cords, and root of spinal nerve. Dura mater, it is the outermost layers of the meninges. These are within the cranial cavity. This dura contains 2 connective tissue sheet. It is a perioccital layers, meningeal layers, line of the inner surface of the bone of the cranium. This is called as the periostitial layers, and is a meningeal layers. It is a deep of the periostitial layers inside the cranial cavity. It is the only layer present in the vertebral columns. These are backbone structures generally, and is arachnoid matter. The arachnoid matter is the middle layers of the meninges. These are laying directly. It is just below to the dura mater. It consists of a layer of the connective tissue. It is a avascular structure. What is it consists of the cerebrospinal fluid, which act as the cushions of the various spinal, and is a pia mater. This pia mater is a location. Understand, it is a arachnoid space. It is a very thin and tightly arched, or it is a deeply this pia matter, or this is a brain and spinal cord. It is the only coverings to the flow the counter of the brain. Like it is a dura mater is a highly vascularized. This vascularization is a high with blood vessels is the perforating to the through the membrane to supply the underlayings to the neural tissue. This is the three layers of it is a special membranes present in the brain, spinal cord, root of spinal cord. This is called as a meninges. These including one is the outermost layers. It is called as the dura mater. Inside to this it is a inner sides. It is the arachnoid membranes, and is a deepest. It is a pia mater.